Just how big is this one? Cuts the gap in the standings to one game now with them.
We all knew coming into this game since they're first in the conference that we really needed to try to pursue this win and to try to balance out the rest of the league with wins and losses, and luckily we pulled through with it tonight.
What was the thought? You guys led almost the entire game and then had to go into overtime. What was the conversation there before overtime?
I mean, Coach just told us to keep doing what we're doing. We know we were out a little bit because Marcus was out with rebounding. He told us to just try our best to rebound and just play hard and just stick to the system and do whatever he says, and we'll come out on top.
Ron, clearly you guys are playing phenomenal basketball the last 4 or 5 games by the streak you're on right now. Do you feel like this team is finally gelling, finally coming together after all the, issues early on in the season where you guys were kind of trying to figure it out?
Oh yes, sir, definitely. It was going to take time. I mean, we had a lot of people come back this year, but we still had a totally different team. And I mean, from the concussions to Siobhan pulling his groin to Cole breaking his wrist to now Marcus hurting. I mean, you just got to adapt and adjust, and sometimes it takes time. And I think we figured it out.
How much of a green light is Coach giving you these days?
I mean, he tells me if I'm open to shoot, so I mean, I just try to take the smartest shot I can and within the offense and just do what's best for the team to help us win.
Elijah's always close with Asheville. What is it about these guys that just makes it a grind all the time?
Well, they're one of our rivals. Them, High Point, Barnaway, all them teams, they give us a run for our money every year. I mean, they got a great coaching staff and great players, so anytime you have a team like that coming to play, it's always going to be a close game.
How do you?
Payment, then we'll open up for questions.
Well, we're just glad to get out of here with a win. You can see why they're at the top of the league. I mean, they're so resilient and they're long. It bothered us with turnovers. I mean, it's really, you take 19 rebounds against 3 offensive rebounds. It's 16. A lot of that, we did miss Marcus, but at the same point in time, we can get more than that. And then the turnover ratio, I think their length bothered us. So 16 rebounds and difference in 6 turnovers, that's 22 possessions. So, we're really fortunate to win with that difference in possession situation, but you got to give them a lot of credit. You can see why they went into Georgetown and won. You can see why they should have beaten Tennessee. They're a very good basketball team. We're just glad to get out of here with a win. We, hopefully take the next couple of days. With a lot of the game that we played today, we had to play small ball because we were down to 2 post guys, 2 guys that play inside. So we played Colton a good bit at the 4. Well, we hadn't even practiced that. So we got to just get some work done on small ball. Our chemistry's changed, and that's why I'm just proud. It's a relief, but I'm just proud that we got a win because when you look at the numbers, I don't know how we won with that many rebounds being a deficit and turnovers. But I can tell you we won with a lot of heart, and we just found a way to do it. So it's a great win against a very good team.
Coach, I know you always like to talk about the whole body of work.
Right.
But with 8 or 9 games left in the season, I mean, you guys are right there in the thick of it
Right.
now. You're 1 game back of first. At this point in the season, are you pleased with what's going on in direction and how you guys are playing at this point?
Well, I wish we were more healthy. I'm not pleased with that. But I tell you what, they fight. They give you everything that they've got. I mean, they battle you. They just battle you. We're going to be, like I said, we're going to have to figure out a way to play some small ball. So it's been this way since we started the season. We've had to just change so many ways to play. I'm just tickled to death with what they're doing. I mean, some teams would fold and go to the house. They just would tank you, because my gosh, what's next going to happen? But they find ways to win, and they're a great group of guys, and I'm just tremendously proud of them.
When you've led all game and they force OT in that way, what do you tell your guys in that moment?
Stay in the moment. It's over. That's done. Focus on going right out there and getting done what you need to get done. Don't stop. Be resilient.
Coach, how long are you expecting Marcus to be out?
They're saying 2 to 4 weeks. So it all depends on rehab and things of that type. So it is what it is. We just got to, when you go overtime and, the big thing about that overtime game was the fact that, okay, we're limited, how much gas do we have? How much gas do we have? But they did a good job. Very good defensive stop in the end. I mean, to hold them to 66 points with an overtime possession says that we did something right defensively.
Nick, thoughts on the game?
That was a tough fought game. I thought both teams were playing hard. We just didn't make enough shots to win the game. I thought we got some good stops defensively. We knew they were a tough physical team. Coastal being the best rebounding team in our league coming into the game, and we were able to win the rebounding margin. Second chance points 14-0, but just can't win too many ball games when you're 5 for 28 from 3 and 5 for 14 from the free throw line. Thought we got some quality looks from behind the arc, but just didn't make enough shots.
To force overtime, though, what kind of confidence did you feel you had going into that extra period?
I thought felt like our guys in the huddle felt like they could win the game, certainly, and we took the lead right there at the beginning of overtime with a free throw, but a couple of empty possessions when I thought Coastal didn't have quality possessions. I thought we got quality possessions but didn't score. And then when they got quality possessions, they scored the ball. And we got a couple, again, some good looks around the basket that just didn't go in, and didn't take advantage of a couple times we got to the free throw line, and it hurt us.
Is that last shot what you were looking for?
We wanted to put the ball in his hands. We knew we had to get something quick, and it was something that we've ran several times this year, and we just told him that he had to make a decision, knowing that we were in the bonus, so he could get to the free throw line. I like Dylan's size as a 6'5" guard. Even when guys are able to stay in front of him, he can still get a quality look off and shoot over smaller defenders. So we wanted to put the ball in his hands, and the young man from Coastal was able to keep him in front of him and force a difficult shot.
Coastal's won 4 straight now. What do you make of their team and where they're at in this race at this point?
They're good, and they're getting healthy. And I think even despite what their record said a couple of weeks ago, anybody in this league that was discounting Coastal hasn't been paying attention to the way they've played the last couple of years. They've tend to all of Cliff's teams start playing well down the stretch. You've been doing this a long time. There's no panic. You could tell there was just watching them on film over the last couple of games. You could see that they were starting to be a confident bunch, getting Colton back, Ron back. They've got a lot of weapons out there, and they're good.